Hi guys, it's Miss Cross, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the AP exam May 11th at 3 p.m. And I'm going to talk about some study tips and then how to use our review guide. As you can see on the screen that we are in our daily lessons and objectives um, screen here. And then if you scroll down, you have the calendar, obviously. But if you scroll up and you click this awesome link called Review Resources, I'm going to walk you through our one-stop shop for studying for the AP exam. So I'm just going to explain a few things about this document. So first, I'd like as a study tip, I would recommend that you make a plan. Like, how much are you going to study? When are you going to study? How are you going to study? A lot of students think, oh, I'm going to just start cramming. But if you don't make a plan, a lot of times it doesn't happen, especially in this weird work from home situation that we're in right now. So make a plan of when you're going to study, where you're going to study. The test is approaching fast. So I would dedicate a little bit of time each day to study and then think about what you're going to study. You are going to be reviewing all next week in class. So maybe you want to go with our plan and then take a deep dive on things that you don't understand, or you need a refresher in during that day. Mr. Dosecki is going to be doing like a Google Meet every day at 10 if you're interested in that. So that's something where you could ask questions. You can also email any of your teachers questions that you have, uh, at any time, and we'll get right back to you. So some things that I thought you should know and pay attention to is this 2020 testing guide. This has all the things from the College Board that you should know, and it has a checklist of the technical things that you should do before the exam. So this over here, this 2020 testing guide, is really important from the College Board. This video, the exam information, it has a teacher like breaking down the different parts of the test. It's pretty good and informative. So if you move down to this general resources section, there are some videos from the College Board. There's the crash course videos. There's video by topic. So if you're fuzzy on something, this is a good place to look for videos. And then there's also videos down here, which I'll talk about later. So over here, there's the College Board checklist for each unit, which would be something good for studying or just like targeting what you need to study. And then if you look at this packet right here, this is basically unit study guides with the answers filled in. So another great resource. And if you look down here, there's some GIM kits that you can do, and then some other good resources. And if you scroll down, the first column is basically each unit. So you have unit 1, 2, 3, and there's a packet that you could take notes in or fill in. So that's an option. There isn't answers in these packets, but the answers are up here in this general review packet info. So that would be something for you to do to study. And then you have the PowerPoints by unit, and then you have the flashcards. So the chapter PowerPoints are pretty dense, and then the flashcards are just, that vocabulary review that you usually do before tests. And then in this third column, you have all these videos by topic. So if you forget about the cases about freedom of religion, here's some good videos on it. So this is how you use this third column. Getting down to the bottom two rows of page 1, you have foundational documents, which are really important for the AP exam because that's what your argumentative essay is going to be about, is some of these documents. So these are very important to know and review. And then you have some videos over here on them. And then the Supreme Court cases, here's some review on them, which they could be a document that you use in your argumentative essay, like the second document, or they could be part of the concept application. So we're not really sure how the College Board is going to use them, but they are, they could be on the AP exam. And so the second page is basically just FRQ resources. So you have the two types of FRQs that will be on the AP exam. The concept application is number one, and then number two is the argumentative essay, which we've been practicing in class. So if you look over here, here's some templates and checklists for writing a good FRQ. And then here's some practice examples and keys for 2020. So it's modified to exclude the alternative point of view. And we're going to be using this next week in class. So this is on the calendar. And then here's some videos on how to do your FRQs. And then this last row is just practice exam materials, like other resources, just like your prep book that you could use. And then below is the template for the argumentative essay, which I highly recommend knowing and using for the AP exam. And then here's the rubric for the concept application. A lot of you guys had trouble in two areas. First, on your thesis, you didn't establish a connection to the scenario. So you have to make sure that you connect your political institution or behavior to the scenario, which is in the prompt. And then secondly, you have to make sure that you use specific government and politics terminology and relate something specific about a political institution, behavior, or process to the question. So just look at this, and when you're practicing next week, make sure you're going through all these things. It will be important for the AP exam. And then basically it's these two pages that will be really important for you studying for the AP exam. Don't go overboard and try and do too much. Make a plan. And then look to this chart for resources if you forget what court cases are, civil liberties, or review documents. There's a ton of stuff. So sort of target what you think you need to do for the AP exam. And then definitely focus on the FRQs, like how to write a good FRQ, uh, what to put in your FRQ, and then use this resource of this template for the argumentative essay. That should help you a lot. So next week, we're going to be reviewing and practicing your FRQs and working hard before the exam May 11th at 3 p.m. Let us know if you have any questions. You guys have been doing an awesome job at home. Keep it up. I'm so impressed with your hard work. It is amazing, and keep it up. After May 11th, we will be studying the state of Illinois, and you will be home free May 15th. So best of luck and keep up the awesome work.